invited one of my best friends. What are you inviting? Jeremy got invited for look at him.
Please remain standing for the invocation. For those that pray, join me, please. At the commencement of this school year, O God of wisdom, we are grateful for your constant presence among us. We gather from many faiths, backgrounds, and traditions, honoring our unity amidst our diversity. We offer thanks for the gift of new beginnings and the opportunity to learn and wonder. This year begins with a sense of excitement and anticipation. So be with us as we navigate new surroundings, the expectations of parents, of friends, and of self. O God of knowledge, I pray for faculty, students, and staff that this year will be a time of drawing close together as the Lees-McRae family, that we may build solid relationships, and that this year might be rewarding for all. And I ask on behalf of the students gathered here for your wisdom and discernment in their learning, and compassion and understanding for professors in their teaching. I pray all of this and more in the name above all names. Amen. You may be seated.
Good afternoon, and welcome to our Fall 2025 Convocation. I've got to say, as I walked down the street this afternoon, I was running a little late, I was feeling a little frazzled, but when I walked down the street, turned the corner, and saw all of our students standing up and lining along the street, my heart leapt in my chest and thought, this is why we do what we do, and it's wonderful to see all of our students here. I look forward, for those of you that are new students at Lees-McRae, I look forward to getting to know you. I know we've met as you all checked in, but Tammy, my wife, and I look forward to meeting you as you begin your Lees-McRae journey. And what I will say to all of us gathered here today, and what I love about Convocation and the beginning of a new academic year, is the fact that very rarely in our lives do we get an opportunity for a fresh start. And as you grow into your adult lives, there are even fewer and fewer opportunities for a fresh start. But the beginning of a new academic year gives us an opportunity to start strong, especially those of you that are new students that are beginning your journey at Lees-McRae. It gives us an opportunity to start strong and build momentum so that we can finish strong. For those of you that are like me, whose college experience mimicked mine, if you got off to a very slow start, you have an opportunity each year with a fresh start to begin anew and continue to build and overcome the bad grades that may have happened in first semester. So students, I hope and pray, and my prayer for you is that you will start strong, finish strong, and make every moment count as you go through this new academic year. It's the most wonderful part of an academic experience, is that we can start anew with new friends, new classes, new professors, and a whole new year. And I hope that you start strong in that way. Thank you for giving yourselves to Lees-McRae, and know that as we, as the faculty and staff, pour into you, that we are giving you a large part of ourselves too, to make sure that you have a wonderful, fantastic, and life-changing experience here. Welcome to the new academic year, and I look forward to getting to know you and spending time with you as this new year commences. It's my pleasure to introduce the Dean of the Faculty and our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Pam Vesley.
Good afternoon, Bobcats, and welcome to Convocation 2025. For many years, Lees-McRae College has engaged in the tradition of convocation, where a president calls in the new academic year. The ceremony that we're having today signifies the coming together in community to create something new, to engage in rich learning experiences, and to build new friendships and networks for today and for our future. This year is even more special as we celebrate our 125th anniversary. Isn't that amazing? I was reflecting, as I often do at the beginning of a new year, on one of the major themes of Sacred Flame, the story of Edgar Tufts and Lees-McRae College, that of building community and working together. Those values run deep in the hearts of all of us in Appalachia. Please notice the pronunciation for those of you from the north. It is Appalachia. Responsible community is also a foundation of Lees-McRae throughout its entire history, and it is one of our core values that guides our college every single day. Last week during move-in week, and this week during our first week of classes, I saw and I heard many, many examples of helpful community, helping each other understand our transportation routes, especially with the busing, helping each other with textbook issues, showing up and participating in your classes, introducing yourself to your professors, Making sure that they know who you are is wonderful. Joining in your teammates in running up Beach Mountain, I heard about that, and many, many other examples. Taking the opportunity to welcome in our new students to campus and to help each other, all of us, feel at home. There's been a kindness and there's been a gentleness in the air that is really inspiring. I want to thank each of you for your contributions to making our first weeks back such a special time together. As we continue into the semester, let's remember how we continue to contribute to building strong community. I thank you in advance, faculty, for preparing engaging, high-impact, experiential lessons and for showing up and honoring your commitment every single day to all of our students here at Lees-McRae. Students, I want to thank you in advance for doing 3 things. Showing up for your classes each day well prepared. Showing up for each other by attending events and reaching out if you notice that somebody is having a hard day, because we all will at one time or another. So that encouragement goes an awful long way to help all of us. And then the third is trying something new. Look for new ways that you can contribute to the community. Look for new ways that you can expand yourself and your interests. I know today, after we're finished, there's a great club fair, so go up and see what you might find of interest to you that will maybe broaden and open your horizons and help you meet new and different people. I also want to thank all of us for showing up for one another at athletic events, student affairs events, theater productions this year, and the many other special events that we'll have on campus throughout this whole entire academic year. I hope to see you each on the deck at the Pinnacle, on a walk around campus, or at any one of our other events. Or you can stop by our offices in Chaffee anytime for some popcorn and a conversation. I look forward to an exciting year ahead for each one of you. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize our dedicated faculty who are here to serve you, our students. Please welcome Dr. Mike Vines, who serves as the Dean for the School of Arts and Humanities.
Good afternoon, and welcome back to a new school year. I'm Dr. Michael Vines, the Dean of Arts and Humanities, and at the risk of stating the obvious, no matter what you choose as your major, you will be working with other humans throughout your whole career. And as you probably know from personal experience, humans are complicated. Deepening your understanding of the complexities of the human experience by exploring how humans cope with the chaotic randomness of existence, how they process their joys and sorrows, appreciating their culturally varied notions of meaning and purpose. Understanding these things will be a valuable asset to you in your career. It will enhance your ability to relate to others, and it will make you a better member of your team and a more creative and thoughtful employee. As the name suggests, the humanities explore the human experience. As historians, we do that by looking at the long record of human activity. As writers and speakers, we explore the ways in which we express our understanding of our purpose and place in the world through language and literature. And as artists, we develop our appreciation of the creative ways that we express our joys and sorrows in poetry and prose, drawing and painting, and dramatic performance. In each of these disciplines, we are guided by our thoughtful reflection on the meaning and purposes of human existence that are the central concerns of both philosophy and religion. At Lees-McRae College, we have a talented group of experts in each of these fields. Let me ask the faculty of the School of Arts and Humanities to stand and be recognized. invite you to join us in the exploration of history, language, literature, religious studies, art, and theater, and know that we are ready to support you however we can in your academic journey. Please welcome Dr. Josh Pate, who serves as the Dean for the School of Business and Management.
Hello, Bobcats. Welcome to the fall semester at Lees-McRae College. My name is Dr. Josh Pate. I'm the Dean of the School of Business and Management. The School of Business and Management is located in Campbell Hall on South Campus, and it includes 4 major programs. As I name those programs, I'm asking our faculty and adjuncts, if you're able, to please stand, and if you're a student in those programs, let me hear you. Business Administration, both online and seated. Outdoor Recreation Management. Sport Management. And our new Tourism and Resort Management. These are practical, hands-on programs, and our students are actively engaged with local business leaders, partnering with places like Beach Mountain and other resorts in the area, and providing operations support in athletics here at Lees-McRae, at Wildcat Lake, in campus recreation, and so on. Several students spent the summer working and learning across different parts of our country and across the world, from small bike shops to major tourism destinations. And now, we're back on the mountain. So here are my 3 challenges for you to embrace, both for students in our programs and for students across our campus. Number 1, taking notes. Show up. Yes, attend class, but showing up means paying attention to the environment around you and interacting with it without your phone in your face. Number 2, ready? Take notes. Yes, take notes during your lectures, but taking notes means learning from those good and bad examples and bad experiences and improving yourself for the next time. And number 3, drum roll. Ace the exam. Yes, strive for your best in all of the assignments, but making that a habit in everything you do is good in class, in your sport, in your relationships, in your faith, and in your self-care. As we officially kick off the fall semester, enjoy your life as a college student. Whether it's your first semester at Lees-McRae or if it's your senior year, this college experience thing is one that you will forever look back on, forever. Trust me, forever. Make sure that you're embracing the challenges, like the ones that I just listed, and make sure that you're making the most of your time as a Lees-McRae student. Go Bobcats. Please welcome Dr. Teresa Santos, who serves as the Dean for the School of Education and Social Sciences.
Welcome to the 2025-2026 school year at Lees-McRae College. I am Dr. Teresa Santos, the Dean of Education and Social Sciences. ESS faculty, please stand as I recognize your program. Criminal Justice, undergraduate and graduate level. Human Services, undergraduate and graduate level. Psychology. And Teacher Education, undergraduate and graduate level. Thank you, faculty, for the dedication you show your students by diligently planning engaging lessons, offering experiential learning opportunities, always being ready to provide personalized support, and celebrating their successes. To our students here, online, and at our distance learning site, I want you to know how fortunate you are to be guided by such experienced faculty, not only in higher education, but also in their respective fields. Through the sharing of their life experiences from their fields of expertise, you will leave here with a keen awareness of what kind of career pathway you will choose to follow with your degree. Students, I encourage you to embrace this time in your life as an opportunity to learn all you can by attending class regularly, reading the optional readings, asking the questions, volunteering to do more than, and listening to those life stories your faculty share with you so you will be better informed than most. I also encourage you to take the time to make lasting friendships and savor the time you have here in this beautiful community. Make the memories and have no regrets. For my wish is that you will one day look back at your time here as some of the best days of your life. Please welcome Dr. Franz Ruckert, who serves as the Dean of the May School of Natural and Health Sciences.
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be starting a new semester with all of you here at Lees-McRae. To our returning students, welcome back. To those joining us for the first time, welcome to your new home. Each fall marks a new beginning, and we gather in a place that's been shaped by challenge. This fall feels especially meaningful. If you recall, last fall we faced a little bit of weather together. But I think that our community is one of resilience, and we've seen our community grow stronger because of it. So last year, Hurricane Helene left its mark on our campus. Our buildings were impacted, power was out, and we had to shift our expectations. Yet what stands out most for me when I recall that time is not the damage, but how we came together, supporting one another, adapting, and finding solutions. As our campus and our community recovers, we're reminded that growth often comes through adversity. Your faculty are here because they're committed to guiding you through your growth, both as scholars and as responsible community members. I'll ask the faculty and staff of the May School of Natural and Health Sciences to please stand. Our faculty instruct our programs in exercise science and nutrition, pre-physical therapy, biology, pre-veterinary medicine, wildlife biology, and wilderness medicine and rescue, with supporting coursework in mathematics, chemistry, and physics. Your professors bring a remarkable breadth of knowledge and experience, but more importantly, they bring with them a deep commitment to your success. They're going to challenge you and guide you and work with you through every stage of your academic journey and beyond. Let's take one more moment to thank them for their dedication. In the sciences, we learn from the world around us. The mountains that surround us remind us both of their beauty and their endurance. And as our landscape and habitats recover, we're going to learn from that lesson as well. We'll learn to observe, to adapt, and to contribute. This semester, I encourage you to contribute to our LMC community. Study hard, yes, but also step beyond the classroom. Try a new elective, become a volunteer, join a club, or simply spend some time outdoors in our streams, our forests, and our beautiful night sky. Appreciate this beautiful environment, but remember that you are an important part of it. Welcome back to Lees-McRae, and may this semester be full of discovery and growth and new opportunities to learn and thrive together. Thank you for your attention, and please welcome Jess Bellimer, who serves as our Dean of the Library.
Greetings, all. Welcome to a new year. I am Jess Bellimer, and it is my utter delight every day to serve as your Dean of the Library. As summer draws to a close every year, I look forward to the opportunity to highlight my team and everything they do for this community. Will the library team please stand and be recognized? Thank you. while we have this moment, students, ignore them, it's fine. Just, this is between us. I'd like to share with you something that I didn't know as an undergraduate. You know that the library, or the Shelton Learning Commons, as we call it on this campus, is a fantastic place to be and hang out, yes. But it's something else too. Are y'all ready? The library is the place where questions go to be answered. The library is a house of inquiry, fueled by your questions and curiosities. Librarians are trained to discover information that the bots could never dream of. What do you want to know? What do you want to try? Who do you want to be? Let us be your safe shelter for exploration and inquisitiveness. We will help you find what you're looking for at this exciting moment in your life. If you let us, we will guide you through the rabbit holes. So next time you're in the mood for discovery, or you need sources for your research paper, or you want to try something new from the makerspace, or you're just not sure about something, come by the library and let us help. We'll be so happy to see you. I hope y'all have an excellent academic year. I'll see all y'all real soon. Please welcome Dr. Nora Augustine, who serves as the Dean for the Burton Center for Student Success.
Hello, it's wonderful to see so many new and familiar faces. My name is Nora Augustine and I am the Dean of the Burton Center for Student Success. So to start off, I would like to invite the Burton Center staff and faculty to stand up and be recognized. The Burton Center faculty are some of the most dedicated and thoughtful people on this campus, in my unbiased opinion. They are unsung heroes behind so many resources at LMC: peer tutoring, accessibility services, first-year seminar, foundations math, the writing center, so much more. So I want to thank my team for their steadfast commitment to our students' growth. Students, talking to you now, I am so excited for you to embark on this new year at Lees-McRae. I challenge you this year to be bold, ask for help when you need it, and never underestimate your own potential. I know that you are capable of great things. And I hope this year you get an A on every single test and assignment, you never miss a single deadline, not even by a second, and you show up for every single class 15 minutes early. Yeah, no, I won't ask for a third round. I know that you can do this. However, as the Dean of the Burton Center, I think it is also my duty of anyone to remind us all that student success means all students and all kinds of successes. So, if you need somewhere to celebrate or be celebrated when you get a C on a test after failing the last one, or you finally submitted that paper that was due 3 days ago, or you finally emailed back that professor who you've been avoiding for weeks, and I know, you know who you are. Just know that we in the Burton Center are here to cheer for you too. And I want to be clear, I'm not saying that you should shoot low or that you should ever be satisfied with mediocrity. I'm saying you should shoot high, very high, and you will be held to high standards. Because if you stumble during your time in college, as most of us do at one point or another, the Burton Center is a soft place for you to fall. So just remember that growth comes from trying, not from doing things perfectly the first time around. So here's to a year full of learning, new possibilities, and success. Welcome back, everyone. It's going to be a great year.
Nora, after those comments, I think I need to go spend some time at the Burton Center. Sounds like a great place. Thank you all for the great work you do there. It's my pleasure. I forgot my glasses. When you get my age, you can't live without these things. It's my pleasure to introduce our speaker for Convocation today. And I'm even more excited the fact that he is also the father of a Lees-McRae student, Isabella, who is a transfer student at Lees-McRae this year. Michael Hardy has a passion for North Carolina history. He is the author of 28 books, hundreds of articles, and over 1,000 blog posts. I was telling him at 7 o'clock this morning, I was standing on my driveway reading a post that he had made in the Avery History Hunters Facebook group. While I was out there with the dog, if you wonder why I'm on the driveway at 7 o'clock in the morning. His books cover everything from aviation, Civil War battles, and places like Grandfather Mountain. A graduate of the University of Alabama, he was honored as the 2010 North Carolina Historian of the Year. When not researching and writing, he spends his evenings at Malin Community College's Bare Dark Sky Observatory, playing with the best telescope in the South and talking about space history. On some weekends, he can be found volunteering as a historic interpreter at regional historic sites. It is my pleasure to introduce you all to Mr. Michael Hardy.
Thank you, Dr. King. It's been several years since I spoke at Lees-McRae College. The last time was when you had first arrived. I think that was 2018, and we had an event on the other side of town. So thank you so much for allowing me to come back and share my passion with you for just a few moments. 125 years. That's one of those wow things. For some of us, though, 125 years is not that long ago. My own grandmother was born in 1917. She would have been 108 years old this year. She passed in 2014. For some of you, when we say 125 years, that's like ancient history. You know, like when the library at Alexandria burned or Hannibal crossed the Alps, fits right there in that same time period. Edgar Tufts traveled to Banner Elk in 1895, not to found or start a college or a hospital or a nursing school or an orphanage or a farm or any of those things. He did, all of that happened, but that's not why he came. He came to plant a church, a Presbyterian church. Now, there were other churches in this area. Mount Calvary already existed. There was a Methodist church here in Banner Elk, a Seventh-day Adventist church here in Banner Elk. But for this part of Western North Carolina, the teachings of John Calvin and John Knox were slow to arrive. What Tufts found was not necessarily a place that needed more opportunities for the free exercise of religion, but a place that needed more educational opportunities. Education in North Carolina had struggled since the end of the Civil War years. The state-mandated term was just 12 weeks, and there were no high schools. I know some of you probably think that's a great number. I only have to go to school 12 weeks out of the year, and I don't have to go to high school. But that wasn't working out so well. Teachers were not typically college educated. They were not usually certified or licensed. There was only one state university in North Carolina, the one in Chapel Hill. It was pretty much all male. The first female graduate was in 1898, and it was expensive. We didn't have FAFSA. You didn't have student loans that you could take out. You had to pay for it up front. Usually. There were a handful of private colleges, like Trinity College, that becomes Duke University, Davison College near Charlotte, Shaw University near Raleigh, and a few others, but they were even more expensive. After completing the state-required 12 weeks of education, and nobody really said you had to go those 12 weeks, a student could stay on at a subscription school. Local people wanting their kids to have a better education would pay the teacher to stay a little bit longer. Now, there were some religious schools as well. Aaron Seminary in Montezuma, in the Montezuma community here in Avery County, it was founded by the Methodist Episcopal Church North in 1891. Yes, you, for the next couple of years, are living in a county that has a community named for a 16th century Aztec emperor. We can talk more about that later. There were a few other church-related schools. In fact, just about every county had one, but they were also subscription schools. You had to pay to go to these schools. It is really hard to try and gauge illiteracy rates in that time period. The South as a whole in 1900, about 12% of white males between the ages of 20 and 46 were illiterate. About 50% of black males in that same age bracket were illiterate. However, illiteracy rates were probably higher here in the mountains than they were in other places. You, for the next few years, live in a place in North Carolina that has historically been called the Lost Providences. Eastern politicians would earmark tax money for internal improvements. Not here, even though we paid taxes. We had fewer funds for roads and railroads and schools and other infrastructure. That is the world that Edgar Tufts arrived in the late 1890s. He was married in 1898, and he returned to his little Presbyterian church in Banner Elk. A year before, he had helped with a summer school being sponsored by the Presbyterian Home Mission Board. He had an eyewitness account to what was needed, more education. And as the Tufts, Mary and Edgar, settled into their new home, they often invited local kids, local children, in the wintertime to come sit around the fire and read books. That sounds delightful to me, sitting around a fire reading books. Those sessions in the Edgar Tufts home are the nucleus of Lees-McRae College. Young people in the surrounding countryside heard of the preacher's school, and they asked, hey, can we go to that school as well? Is there some place in town that we can stay? Tufts needed a building. Local people would donate land, money, property, building materials. That building, that school opened in September of 1900, 125 years ago, and was named for one of the donors, Mrs. Elizabeth McRae. It was called the Lees-McRae Institute. They had 12 students, ladies, young ladies, and 2 teachers. Boys could come, but as day students, they could not board on the campus. There was something else happening in North Carolina at the time period. People were starting to wake up to the educational crisis across the state. I already mentioned Aaron Seminary in 1891. That same year, the Globe Academy was started in Caldwell County, not far from where we are. The Watauga Academy was founded in 1899 by brothers B.B. and D.B. Daughtry in Boone. That eventually becomes Appalachian State University. Even at the state level, there is a massive push to improve education within the state. The controversial North Carolina Governor Charles B. Aycock spurred an effort to increase salaries for teachers, establish longer school terms. He built, through his direction, through his leadership, almost 700 new schools for white and black students across the state. He even helped establish textbook regulations. Tufts was part of a society that was seeing the need for better education for local people. The school in Banner Elk continued to grow. In 1902, the Academy building was completed. The name of the school was changed in 1903 to honor another generous donator, Susanna P. Lees. Thus, the school became the Lees-McRae Institute. There was a boys' school that was opened in Plumtree the same year, a hospital in 1908, a high school building in 1914, the grandfather home for children that same year. The tower that many of you walk by every day came in 1924. Then came the North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee buildings, along with the creation of Lees-McRae College. When the boys' school in Plumtree burned for the second time, maybe that has something to do with boys, in 1927, it was not rebuilt. Lees-McRae Institute became coeducational. The high school was gradually phased out. Lees-McRae became a junior college. In June of 1990, the school was granted senior status. It became a 4-year accredited college. But a college is so much more than a collection of buildings. Actually, it's much, much more. It's a story of people, of students, of staff, of faculty, of community. Although Edgar Tufts died in 1923, his dream of better educational opportunities for mountain students had grown to what it is today. How many students do we have? I saw about 850 enrolled this semester. And instead of just being from up the road, you've come from all over the state and the country and the world. Since 2011, I have been writing a local column on history for the local newspaper, the Avery Journal-Times. Now, I'm blessed. I get to write many, many different things, state history, regional history, many, many different things. But I have enjoyed this column immensely. And from time to time, I get to write about Lees-McRae College and some of the people associated with it. Here are some of the things that I have found. Starting in the 1920s, mid-1920s, there was the Grace Hospital School of Nursing. It was a 3-year program that prepared students to take the State Board of Nursing exam and become registered nurses. After Grace Hospital 3 opened, the third building, which some of y'all stay in as the Tate Dorm, the former Grace Hospital building, number 2, became the nurses' dorm. The nurses' classes were small, maybe 20, 25 students. One thing that I found interesting was the number of students, nurses, who became nurses during World War II. Women like Augustus Peel from Yancey County, who served as a nurse in the U.S. Army. Walla Farrington of Ashe County, who was a Navy nurse. And Helen F. Daughtry of Washington County, who worked at the Mountain Home Veterans Hospital, which still exists to today. There are undoubtedly more students, nurses, who served in World War II. I hope somebody captured their story. Only about 0.5% of the 16 million men and women who served in the armed forces during World War II are still alive. Did you know that in 1943, the school became a part of the United States Cadet Nursing Corps? The program was open to all women between the ages of 17 and 35 who were in good health and had graduated from high school. As part of the program, Dr. Tate announced that the Grace Hospital School of Nursing was hiring additional faculty. They had also, according to the national guidelines, cut the program from 36 months to 30 months. They were trying to reduce the nursing shortage found around the country. That bell tower, was originally built as a water tower to solve an issue here on campus, was used as an observation post during World War II. It was a part of the Aircraft Warning Service, one of 5 posts in Avery County. I recently talked to a former resident of the Grandfather Home for Children. He lived there in the late 1950s. Apparently, that tower was also used during the Cold War as a part of civil defense, because he recalled as a young man getting up, making that hike over the mountain, and looking for airplanes. That story needs to be explored a little bit more. Thomas Farabee, you've probably heard about. He was a Lees-McRae graduate, the best bombardier in World War II. He was so good that he was chosen to be the bombardier on the Enola Gay, which 80 years ago this month dropped the bomb that would hasten the end of World War II and save millions of lives. Another controversial piece of our history. There was another student here about the same time that we talked about a few minutes ago. You've probably never heard of the name. His name was Conrad Shin. He went by Gus. He was also a World War II pilot, but he was more famous for his post-war flights. He was the first person to land on and take off from the South Pole in the 1950s. In fact, he often in his interviews said that taking off Rose Bowden, who helped found the Medical Records Association for the state of Alabama, famous snowboarder Christopher Austin, Oak Ridge, Tennessee Police Detective Gus Bowers, radiological technician Flora Cameron, pharmacist Richard Stansberry, and Dean Westmoreland, who taught at Kings Mountain High School for about 30 years. I've shared all of this today, to say that Lees-McRae College has an amazing and rich history. And each of you are now a part of that history. You could be the next NASA administrator, field biologist, award-winning cyclist, or maybe a teacher inspiring others to accomplish the most amazing things. Maybe a pastor or even a historian. Whatever path you choose to follow, Lees-McRae is now a part of your story. And you, every one of you, are a part of the story that Edgar Tufts began writing 125 years ago. Thank you very much.
Michael, thank you so much. On behalf of the college, we have a gift that we'd like to present to you, which is a watercolor painting of our historic buildings, the historic commons. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. I learned a whole lot today, and I actually want to have many more conversations with you. It's interesting to hear about our history and the legacy that is Lees-McRae, and how each of you are also becoming a part of that. Now, I'd like you to join me in welcoming the Highlanders to the stage, directed by Ms. Kathy Denbleicher. With the musical selection, Seize the Day. Thank you, Highlanders, for a beautiful selection for this afternoon. I would now like to ask our Student Government President, Ms. Megan O'Donnell, to come offer a few remarks. Megan?
Hi, I hope everyone's had a great week of classes so far. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Megan, I'm a senior, and I am your student body president. After being asked to stand up here and give my speech, I have thought a lot about my experience at Lees-McRae and the advice that I want to give all of you. When I think about the past 3 years, the biggest thing that stands out to me is the opportunities I have had due to being a student at Lees-McRae. I went to an extremely competitive high school located in the heart of Charlotte with over 4,000 students, so I never felt a sense of community growing up in such a big city and attending such big schools. So I took a leap of faith and decided to attend a small college in the mountains that most people from my hometown never even heard of. Coming to Lees-McRae as a freshman, I experienced great culture shock considering the student body here is 1/4 of my high schools, and Banner Oak is a whole lot smaller than Charlotte. However, I quickly was able to realize that this is where I belonged. Going to a smaller school means more opportunities. I realized this when I came for Bobcat Day before my freshman year, where I was immediately presented with the opportunity to try out for the cheer team. I had only cheered a few years in high school, so I was terrified and almost didn't try out, but I'm so grateful I did because I ended up making the team, which led me to meeting my best friends. These friends are the ones who kept encouraging me to try and get out of my comfort zone and try new things. I was a very scared, shy, and introverted freshman who wished to feel like I was a part of the community. So watching them be so eager to experience college to the fullest encouraged me to do the same. Now most of us are seniors together, and despite some of us graduating early and me switching over to the dance team, shout out to the dance team, have to say that, we have stuck together as a friend group all these years, and I can truly say they will be in my life forever. The next opportunity I had was when going to the club fair following Convocation my freshman year. The club Campus Activities Board, also known as CAB, immediately caught my eye. It pushed me out of my comfort zone, forcing me to socialize with students outside of my bubble by organizing events on campus. And after a year of being a part of CAB and meeting new people, I built the confidence to apply to be an RA and join student government. Now, a few years later, here I am standing before you all giving a speech as head RA, member of Order of the Tower, CAB vice president, and lastly, student body president. Freshman me definitely did not think this was possible, and honestly, to those of you who knew me freshman year, you probably didn't either. So freshmen, whether you are introverted and scared like I was, or excited and eager to try new things like my friends, just know that accepting one opportunity, even if it scares you, can lead to a domino effect of others. It can lead you to meeting lifelong friends, or maybe it can lead you to be the next student body president, which, by the way, we are looking for new freshman officers, quick plug, so stay tuned for that. With all that being said, I encourage you all today to find a club or organization at the club fair that you could see yourself joining and go to an interest meeting. And if nothing interests you on campus, consider getting involved within the Banner Oak community. Not all of us are going to live in the mountains forever, so take advantage of the beautiful views, outdoor activities, and community that Banner Oak has to offer. For the athletes in the room, trust me, I know how busy you are, so if getting involved is not an option, I at least encourage you to connect with other people outside of your team. For those in the room that are not freshmen, I encourage you to do the same by getting involved if you're not already. You can ask any senior, and we will tell you college really does fly by. Take advantage of these opportunities a small school like Lees-McRae has to offer. It's never too late to make a difference at Lees-McRae. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Lots of wisdom there as she has walked the path before you, and especially as we're thinking about what's happening later this afternoon, making sure you go out to Club Fest and see if you can find something that interests you there. I want to take just a final moment to thank all of you for attending our convocation ceremony today as we open this academic year 2025-2026. As I reflect on our aspirations and on our purpose as a college community, I'm reminded of young Edgar Tufts, who answered the call from the Board of Trustees in January 1923 to carry on the work of organizing from a high school to a junior college. He was 23 years old. Can you all imagine that? He relied heavily on his training and on his community to mentor and to support him. In closing, I remember the words of a friend and a colleague, Dr. Ravinia Hanna. She says, life is all about finding your purpose and then making sure that each and every choice you make serves that purpose. We can all do that. We can work steadily, individually, and in community towards our purpose, making wise choices that serve our purpose and supporting one another along our journey. I wish each one of you a prosperous and engaging new academic year. Students, please note that as we process, new students, you will be processing as well. Everybody else, if you will stay seated so that our procession can move, so that students will go up to the North Carolina building for your class photo. And faculty will be processing just a minute.
So hear this closing benediction this afternoon. Let us pray. O God of Shalom, O wisdom on high, be with these students as they begin this new chapter of their lives. Give them confidence to push through difficult assignments and the strength to step boldly into each day, pushing aside anxiety and fears. Help them to be brave as they are confronted with new situations, new ideas, and new responsibilities. Caution them if they begin to compare who they are or what they have to others. Guide them with your wisdom and understanding clearly between right and wrong, and the fortitude to uphold those values. Students, as you grow in knowledge and self, I pray that you also grow in service to one another, to our community and the world, recognizing that becoming your true self involves learning to connect more deeply with others. Without genuine relationships and a keen sense of community, you will not fully become your most authentic self. Now I offer this blessing to you. May your hearts walk forward in kindness, your words shine with clarity, and your awareness embrace every story. May you stand with courage in your convictions. May you see every challenge as an invitation. Let generosity be your greatest legacy. Go forth in peace, hope, and purpose. Amen.